You always like to see a good little roll right like that right there. Means it was continuous. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in. So this bright flare cut technique, guys, can work for jewelry. Or just embellishing anything you really want that's made out of metal. When you're choosing what you're going to engrave on, though, make sure you take into account the hardness of the steel. This is a lot easier. Like on this is a high carbon piece of steel. If you do it on stainless steel, it's going to be more challenging. It'll be a lot more challenging on stainless steel. Mr. Misunderstood, this is just basically your just scroll work filigree. This is called a flare cut, but the style is just an old time scroll work, basically a vintage scroll work. Joshua Burnett, thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. If you guys don't know, Joshua Burnett is currently my only member, actually, that's subscribed. I appreciate your subscription as a member. Like I said, I do give priority on responding to questions and comments from members. If you don't want to be a member and you want your question answered as well, like for sure, and you don't want to pay for the membership, that's totally understandable. I try to get the questions as best I can. If you make a donation, it does highlight it for me so I can actually find your question. But yeah, if you're a member, your comments come to the top for me, and I see them highlighted, so it allows me to actually answer the questions. Well, Red, thank you for the subscription. Thank you. Joshua Burnett, any questions today? Let me know. Joshua Burnett, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you again for all the support. It really does mean a lot to me. Now, as far as today goes, guys, we are engraving this high carbon piece of steel. With some bright flare cut. Just fixing some of these little mistakes. There we go. Joshua Burnett did just send 5 gift memberships, which is awesome. Joshua Burnett, thank you, thank you. Now what we're doing here, guys, is it's called a bright flare cut. There are different types of engraving when it comes to hand engraving. The most common that you see is something like, let me show you guys. I have a handle here. It's the most common one you'll see. Actually, I said I had a handle here. I think I took it. Is the most common you'll see is something like this right here, just your normal engravings. This is a practice plate. Then you have your old-timey ones where they just engrave the negative space out. But this is a bright flare cut meant to just really, I guess, reflect light. Todd Wills, this is not a pew pew. We already went to a YouTube jail for saying that we were doing any sort of pew pew, so this is not a pew pew at the end of the day. And legally, really, it's not a pew pew at all, so. But if you're really wondering, I will be doing a final video on everything assembled for the art piece on my YouTube channel. So hopefully, like you said, you just subbed. So when that comes out, it'll hopefully be all complete and ready. Emma Torbett, awesome. I am absolutely, ecstatic that you're going to school here soon. Watches are a whole different ball game, I think. I highly respect people who do watches. The immense amount of detail that has to go into them is insane. Go check out Jeff Park. He's an engraver down in southern Utah area. And his watches are insane when it comes to the hand engraving he does with them. I'm hoping one day I can attend one of his courses. Because, yeah, they're insane. Josh Burnett, no worries, man. I mean, like I said, that plate's still not complete. If you want to look at it, watch. I got it right here. It's still not complete. I've still got to get it done. This is just my priority project right now because we've been taking so long on it that it's my priority to try to hammer out as soon as possible. Let's see. Okay. We've got to do our maintenance. If you guys don't know, I haven't watched this. This is I hand sharpen some of my stuff, like just to refine it. Just a quick polish. And I especially polish the belly, especially for bright flare cuts. If you don't polish the belly, it leaves scratches. There we go. And today, guys, we're going to be doing a pretty quick engraving session, so I don't think we're going to go over 30 minutes today. I'll be back tomorrow, though, again. Andrew, awesome. What kind of microscope did you get? Again, guys, if you can donate, do it. So if you can, great. If not, don't worry about it. You know, I try to give these free live streams to teach as much as I can, or at least show you what I'm doing, and maybe talk a little bit on how to do it and the art form itself. Joshua Burnett was kind enough to gift 5 memberships today to the channel, and I got to say thank you again. Huh, Andrew, awesome. Hopefully that works out good. Does it have the 0.5, what's it called? The 0.5 adapter to give you a little bit more relief as far as like from the vision to the piece itself. It gives you a little bit more workspace. Do you know if it comes with that adapter by chance? If not, it's not, I mean, it's not the end of the world by any means. But if you can find an adapter, and if it didn't come with one, you'll want an adapter to give you a little bit more work room. It does lessen, it cuts your magnification in half though. Andrew, awesome. That's a great buy, man. Good job, and you know, proud of you, man. Hopefully it helps you get to the next level in the learning process. As you guys know, curved surfaces are some of the hardest. So if you're a beginner, just keep that in mind, that once you get to a curved surface, it just starts to test your skill level, because you're moving basically in a 5 axes manner. Andrew, thank you. Appreciate that. Yep. This is an art channel, guys, not so much a pew pew channel. So that's the focus of this channel, is we want to talk design, art, metalwork, all that jazz. Oh, you know who's big into like metalwork now and doing kind of artistic stuff? Is the guy off that Discovery Channel, Mythbusters. What's his name? He's not the character with the big mustache. I'm trying to remember their names, but he does a YouTube channel now where he just works on a lot of metalwork and a lot of artistic stuff. He kind of got away from the scientific myth busting, and now he just does some awesome projects. He actually watched a video of his the other day on like metal forming. Adam Savage, that's who it is. Adam Savage, yeah. He does some amazing work now. Even when it comes to like metalwork, he goes and talks to a lot of people that are experts in this field, in deep relief engraving, in damascene, just a lot of cool stuff. I enjoy watching his channel a lot more with what he's doing now. Oil to the end. Yes, you can engrave titanium. Actually, this bit right here will engrave titanium. It can be a challenge though. Titanium is hard, and so it can break a few tips. So just be ready to sharpen a lot if you're going to do that. Mushashi, thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks, guys, for all the subscriptions. Thanks for all the support. All right, before I go any further, I'm gonna have to work on getting the border engraved. Now, as you guys know, I can't show anything else. This is a piece of metal right here that we're working on, a piece of art. I'm going to have to work on the border stuff and then taping stuff off just so we only see what we're working on metal-wise. Aside from that, guys, thank you for tuning in. We've hit that 30-minute mark that we were looking to hit today. Yeah, just thank you again for tuning in. The next time you tune in, we'll either be working on this project or we're working on the mirror hanger, the polished mirror hanger for a YouTube channel. Again, guys, continue to be good people. Continue to create some beautiful art. Dio Lalo's out for today. Peace.